If you saw the news in the last couple of days, then you saw this story of a Chinese airliner had a lithium-ion battery explode in an overhead bin during a flight. Some people are going to take a look at this type of thing and figure, well, the problem is you can't have lithium-ion batteries on airplanes. Well, that's not really realistic. Lithium-ion batteries are everywhere. If you've got an Apple Watch, if you've got a laptop, if you've got an iPad or a cell phone, even a charging station that we use to charge all of these things, then you're using a lithium-ion battery, and they're pretty much everywhere. And their use is just expanding. You're seeing them in cars, you see them in scooters, you see them in bikes as well. So suggesting we're just not going to have them on airline travel isn't realistic. So what we need to focus on now is what is causing these particular fires. The fire on an airplane is not caused by the airplane, it's caused by damage to the lithium-ion battery. And what I mean by that is the casing of the batteries themselves or the individual battery cells have been damaged in some way. Maybe trauma, they've been banged around or hit somewhere, maybe involved in a car accident even. That can cause the batteries to go into what's called thermal runaway, as can exposure to the elements. If you've got a lithium-ion battery that's been exposed to extreme heat or extreme cold, if it's been exposed to water or salt water, all of these things can cause a short circuit in the individual battery cells, which can lead to overheating, which leads to a fire, which leads to what they call thermal runaway, where these batteries ignite and then they sometimes take hours to actually go out, because a lot of these lithium-ion batteries, even the small ones, have an awful lot of energy, an awful lot of power in them. So once they get started, it's hard to get them to stop. Part of the problem too is sometimes these lithium-ion batteries, through overcharging or undercharging, can also go into some sort of a short circuit, which can lead to, again, that thermal runaway, which causes a fire like this. Proper safety, proper maintenance is a thing to focus on, not so much, we can't have them on airplanes, because again, that's not going to be realistic. I tell people that I know who use these things, because I've seen cases where people have been really, really hurt by fires caused by lithium-ion batteries. Read your manuals. Be overly cautious with them. If the battery becomes damaged in any way, you can't use it. You've got to get rid of it. You can't store it. You can't recharge it. If we actually do these things on these damaged batteries and don't use them any longer, you can avoid things like this. But my guess on this particular case, the battery was actually damaged in some form or fashion, which led to this particular fire.